Multiple myeloma is a type of cancer for which there is no cure, but treatment for this disease has improved greatly in recent years. Patients can live in remission for a long time. The man you're about to meet was diagnosed with multiple myeloma last year, and after an intense battle, he is winning.
Yeah, this is Dan Dwyer Productions down here. This is all my cameras. A Betacam still, and a P2 HD.
Dan Dwyer shoots video for news organizations worldwide.
This was from the presidential campaign, Iowa straw poll. Ron Paul, who was an actual character, Barack, and this is actually Hillary Clinton.
But last year, lugging his gear around got a little harder. He just didn't feel right.
When I was diagnosed, I was in a really bad way. I mean, I was yellow and gaunt and confused and dizzy and all these things.
Dan also had stomach issues, which made him think maybe he was allergic to wheat or something. A blood test revealed multiple myeloma.
You know, I'm thinking, how am I going to live without wheat for the rest of my life? And now I'm thinking I might die.
Multiple myeloma is a bone marrow cancer.
Dr. Martha Lacey says the bone marrow is like a factory for blood cells. When someone has multiple myeloma, a certain type of plasma cell becomes malignant. It multiplies and crowds out other cells, such as red blood cells. The bad cells produce substances that cause tumors to form. Treatment is a bone marrow transplant. This involves harvesting healthy stem cells from the patient, then wiping out their bone marrow with chemotherapy. Next, the harvested stem cells are returned to the patient to grow a new bone marrow, hopefully without cancer cells.
When I started on staff, the 3-year survival with myeloma was only about 29%, and now it's up to close to 90%.
I feel like my cancer is in remission, which is the most significant, part of the whole deal.
6588-1.
Yet getting to this point wasn't easy. Dan's treatment started with 4 months of chemo to prepare for the transplant, then the removal of stem cells. For the next 2 days, Dan had a blast of strong chemotherapy.
The actual transplant was nothing. It was a 15-minute blood transfusion.
But afterwards, the side effects of the strong chemo hit. Dan was very sick for weeks.
I resigned myself to my fate, which was to heal myself.
During this time, Dan says he learned much about himself.
I have to do it like Captain Kirk.
And the people in his life who reached out to help.
Set phasers on Stupendous. Keep up the good work, Dan boy.
In person and through messages online.
Nausea down, hunger up. Must eat more food. Day 28, Station 9-4. Our work is done here, Scotty. Beam me up. Kirk out.
Life lessons about what matters most.
That's the best and most meaningful Facebook post I've seen from anyone in a long time. Keep her going. Keep on keeping on. The dude abides. Be humble and give back and pay it forward and all that, because, when you need it, people come through and do it for you.
Now he's feeling healthy, getting back to work, and planning for a full future.
I believe I'm going to live for a long time now.
For Medical Edge, I'm Vivian Williams.
Currently, there's a lot of research geared towards genetics of myeloma. Experts hope to be able to learn more about the disease to tailor more effective treatments for individual patients.
Before we go, a brief look at the main stories. Premier Smith asks Governor John Duncan to dissolve the House of Assembly in preparation for elections. The Virgin Islands Party names 7 candidates as it gets ready for the party's National Congress. Labour Minister Dr. Kedrick Pickering says more people are expected to join the Workplace Inspection and Investigative Team. The BVI is the first country in the Caribbean to receive international accreditation for its disaster management program. A new day for tourism as the BVI opens the newly expanded cruise pier and welcome center. And the National Youth Policy gives young people a collective voice. In news from the Caribbean, the OECS launches a special project to reduce poverty in 5 member states. And Anguilla's new Chief Minister Victor Banks and other ministers sworn into office. Just a reminder that you can find all the news stories featured in this newscast as well as previous newscasts on our website jtvlive.net. Additional information and news updates can be found on our Facebook page, facebook.com/jtv55. If you haven't already, please visit our Facebook page and let us know that you like us. Of course, all our news features, press conferences, and Spotlight's top news segment with Sean Rose can also be found on our JTV News YouTube channel. We welcome your questions and comments. You can email us at jtvnews@hotmail.com. For Sean Rose and the entire news team, I'm Ino Soan. Thank you for watching.